And we are back. I think everything is on. Hello, world. We are back on another guest list episode of Killer or Filler. Yeah, this has been a couple rough weeks. I mean, gigs are coming back, so loads of work in the studio about my music and stuff. So it's been rough. But we are here now, so we're trying to maintain a little bit of continuity here. So yeah, what's up? What's going on? Chime Revivo. Whoa, who's this? What's up, Chime? What's up? What is up? So yeah, well, all good in this area of the world, I guess. Again quarantining for another 7 or 10 days. Every party I'll need to do that, which is a bit annoying. But what to do? Wait, I was feeling this track didn't sound so good yesterday. I need to keep doing this track. So yeah, what's going on, world? Who's around? What's going on? No one's around. Am I actually streaming or what? Well, anyways, I hope you guys cut me some slack. What's up, Angam? ¿Qué onda, carnal? ¿Cómo estamos? Ese güey. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Qué tal? ¿Tienes una rola para enseñarnos? Carnelites. ¿Cómo andamos? ¿Cómo van esas producciones de música y de vegetación? Hello, Natalia. What's going on? What's up? How are you doing? A huevo, ¿cómo va esa vida de casado? ¿Si te dejan hacer música o qué pedo? I think my next thing to get is like a decent camera. This one is like just too Chinese. Órale, güey, conste. Para la próxima semana nos echamos el review. Ahora sí te dejan. Está complicado los primeros meses. Yo creo que va a estar un poco de la novedad. Quién sabe. Nunca me he casado, así que. Sorry for the ones that just speak English. We're just talking about marriage in Mexican in Mexican slang. This is weird on my chat thing. I can't see all the users. Like I can't see Nicolas making dinner. Oh, nice. Italian. Sound sounds great. No, Nicolas is Mexican like me. But yeah, nice. You're making Italian food. What are you cooking? There's no farts. Yeah, that's the literal translation. If you uh, 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 it's funny. These things I was trying to explain at some point in Australia. It's like impossible to explain this kind of slang. It just doesn't make sense. Uh, but what ¿Qué pasó primero? I'm wondering, like what was first, the chicken or the egg? In this case, what was first? That the word pedo was used for fart, or that the word pedo was used for problem, you know? Because it's which one was first, because it's un pedo. It's like, okay, that's a problem, and the other way around might not be the same, not so easily, the road is not so straight. I mean, so yeah, this is. I wonder a lot. Whoa, 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 wait. I just need to silence this. This is, language and how it's. Yeah, this is. Look, Natalia, I'll try to translate again. Pedo means fart, but it also means problem, So what I'm wondering is what came first, If they were using, oh, this is a problem, Oh, this is es un pedo. Or like, oh, this is a problem, Or this is just a fart. Because like, if you're trying to say like, if you say, okay, they started saying pedo in relation to fart, yeah, then it's like, how do you go to, oh, this is a problem? I guess it's also pretty linear. It's, I don't know. It's difficult to translate to English. Anyways, let's see what I have here to show you guys. I haven't really been able to work in like new music because, well, I mean, I've been preparing old new music or new old music. How do you call it? Like stuff that is kind of ready but not quite, and just getting it ready to play. And it's been a few weeks of that, so well, it's been a few of those tracks actually. I'm starting a few. I'm starting some collaborations with very very inspiring artists. I'm starting one with Rinkadink. I hope that goes. I'm pretty sure that's gonna go far. Love his style. Another one with Dixter. I'm doing another one with Chameleon and Hypnoacoustics. Mirok from Japan. A couple with Dmitry Nakov. Yeah, it's getting good. I hope. One with Aja that is just started. My friend Francisco said, if you fire in the wrong place, it's a problem. Yeah, well, if you want me to say it in Spanish, si te tiras en un pedo en el lugar equivocado, va a ser un pedo. Yeah, it's like it almost doesn't make sense, even in Spanish. Si te pedorreas en el lugar equivocado, va a haber un pedo. That's better. But then you need to like conjugation of pedo, pedorrear, like because the pedo, it's a thing, but pedorrear, it's an action, So that's a whole different, yeah, like that's easier to translate if you say it that way. What a thing. I guess pedo is also an action, right? Like, estoy tirando un pedo, but it's like the action is tirar, not el pedo itself. I'm glad this is like half Spanish, half English. It's like, it's not as bad when we're talking about it in English if we're saying the words in Spanish. I mean, it's kind of like, it gets diluted a little bit. So let's see, we got something maybe to show you, but it's not gonna be very finished. Well, it's alright, but wait. Also, I'm doing another one with Ital. What the fuck? I have so many. Sorry for the French. One with Mad Max. Jesus. Another one with Mechanica. One with Mental Broadcast. One with Chromatone. Whoa. I'm just looking at my collaboration folder. It's just a little bit of a mess. Another one with Mebhar and this very cool guy, cool singer, Gennady or something. Can't remember his name. Is this it? Wait, no. It should be further up. Mohammed. Yeah, maybe. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna show you this one. It's a cool track. Actually, maybe not that one. Maybe that's a little bit secret. I'll show you this one. This is one that I'm doing with Mirok. Miroki is a very, very good friend, killer artist from Japan. He makes really blasting psytrance, kind of progressive, well, not progressive, but like more morning kind of sound. Still Japanese style, very intricate. You know how they do this. Okay, wait. Let me just play this before I. What's up? ¿Qué onda, mi George? ¿Cómo estamos? ¿Todo chido? Ay, güey, ¿dónde está mi...? Aquí estamos. So, yeah. Please, please let me know what you hear, yeah? If something is wrong or if you just heard something, like, a bit odd, just let me know, yeah? It's always very useful to play stuff here for you. It's almost like playing it out, you know, because I have some people listening, so I'm, like, overcritical. Ese mi George, rifado. Yo también ya estoy inscrito a tu canal. Uh, yeah, man. Yeah, looks okay. You know, just a few things that are like just a little bit over. Like I'm just need to go through the stems and see. Maybe I need to write a couple of sounds on the stems or something. But I think a little bit. I think I forgot to put sooth on, and this is why it feels a little bit harsh. Like really, it's such a game changer to soothe, you know, and this like resonance suppressors. I can't stress enough that I use it all the time. It's like cheating, really. Like it feels like cheating because it's just like so easy to get it like smooth. Um, there are other options. I don't think anything quite as surgical, but um, what's the name of this option? I've seen it on ad talk. I wish it was ad. I wish they paid me every time I say this, but it's just I recommend it because it's a really good tool. You know, like if they paid me, you know, if they gave me a license, you know, like every 10 times I mentioned it, that'd be great. They don't do that. ¿Qué inglés? ¿Qué pasó, George? Así se habla el inglés, así se maneja aquí. But yeah, no, it's a great tool. I really recommend those resonance suppressors a lot, especially in buses. Like rather like or you know if you have one sound that is really harsh, it's good. But yeah, Natalia actually Natalia asked me earlier before the show, and maybe she wanted to do it herself, but she wanted me to explain how I judge a mix. Yeah, and it's kind of I can yeah I, well I can try and explain what I understand. Like I believe it's sooth. It's some well you have like your spectrum, right? Like and it's like on the RME you have all these bands. I believe sooth. I mean I'm not sure if it's band oriented or how it's working, but basically uh, each one of these you know these little squares is like one band, right? Like and it's like if each one of these bands, if you had like an infinite number of bands, and it's just like getting the peaks of each one of the bands and suppressing it when it hits. So it's like kind of like a dynamic EQ, but it's like an intelligent smart dynamic EQ, you know. So it's like you just put how much pressure you want to this like you know like to trim each band, you know, like you can just select how much pressure um, sí, pues lo configuramos. Bueno, mi micrófono suena horrible, yo creo. So you just say like, okay, I want from. It's like an EQ kind of thing, but then the bands that you just select how much you want that band to be present on the like. Basically, if you low cut that the soothe EQ, what it does is it doesn't affect the lower bands, but it's gonna affect on top of the low cut. But it's not an EQ, you know, like it's a pressure. Like it just selects how much pressure it's gonna apply to the effect on that particular band. So you know, like, but it looks like an EQ. So yeah, that's basically how it works. That's how also it works on side chaining. You know, like it doesn't work with transients like an usual, like a sidechain would usually do. It works also in frequency, so you can just sidechain that particular frequency and just get rid of that. It's really cool. It's really really cool. It works. It works in a magical way. But yeah, well, there is much more. Like I made a video about Sooth on my YouTube channel. Just check it out there. What else? What I was gonna say? Ah, yeah, yeah. Like so, Natalia was asking me to. Yeah, man, it's totally like that. It's just like magic. It's like you just like boom, and it works. But yeah, so this question that Natalia asked, I mean, it's very, I think, might be useful to you guys as well. You know, like just to when you're on that stage of the mix, because obviously when you're writing the music, you don't really see this kind of stuff. Well, sometimes you do. I mean, some people do. But yeah, like for example, I see my mixes as bands. Yeah, like I see the music kind of well, obviously as music, uh, they're three distinct bands. Yeah, like it's like the low band, the mid band, and the high band. And between those bands, there's like certain areas that should be looked after. You know, like so you have the low end. You know, like the low end goes from around like 300. Well, the real low end goes like from 100 down, like to the sub. Yeah. But we perceive low end and like low frequency in big rigs, especially like from 100 to 300 or a little bit higher than that. Oh, wait, I need to. No. Bueno, pásale, pero voy a cerrar. I got my dog. She's like, she just wants to be inside, so I gotta let her. But so basically, in the low band, I try to how to say, you know, I check dynamics, you know, so the dynamic is right, so I see that the kick and bass, like depending on the style, how they're moving, you know, how the actual bass is like driving the RMS. So I check that on the RMS, and I check for you know, like if there is any frequencies on the bass or if there is any resonance on the kick around that area, because that's usually going to mud, like just like don't let you hear the rest of the stuff that is on top. uh, then when I clear that area, you know, and I clear the dynamics on that band, then I go to the mid band and I try to do more or less the same, you know, like I check for dynamics, you know, like if there is any peak that is going too far, like I might do some multi-band or something, you know, like this is more into the mastering process, you know, but this is how I more or less check the mix, you know, because I check them usually when I'm mastering them or, well, before I master them. But, you know, when you're mastering them, it's really how you're checking, because you can't really, well, you can more or less, but you never know how it's going to translate when you're mastering it. Then you really know. And so, you know, like you check for points that the mids have like too much pressure, you know, you check for resonance there, you check for, you know, like leakage from like the mid band into the low end, you know, like on the sides, you know, you check for leakage from the mids, you know, from the synths into the high end area, you know, so like none of the percussions are like mudded, you know, like how do you say, like masked by the high end of the synths, etc., you know, like that's, and the mid band goes from around, you say, like 350 to, I would say, about 2.5, 3K maybe, 4K, you know, 4K, it's already high mids, so that's high frequency already and it feels high already. So 250, 2500, you know, and then that's your mid band, you know, like that's all your synths should be poking around, you know, like lower than that you shouldn't have too much stuff poking over from the synths, just kick and bass, you know. Then over, I'm talking about trance right here, yeah. And then over like 2500, like uh, 4,000. You know, like you shouldn't really have too much synths peaking. You know, like then it should be only the high band that is like percussion. And the percussion obviously is very wide band because you have percussions that go really low and then percussions that go really high. But the main hi-hats and etc. percussions on the top, you know, you want them to be tight. You know, you want them to be to have headroom, but not too much headroom. You know, like you don't want them to like go really low, like some of the dynamics. I'm talking about trance here, yeah. Like other styles are fine. You know, like there's techno that like really has like a lot of like the dynamics on the percussions. You know, like they have like big changes from the higher level percussions to the lower level percussions. No, like in trance, not so much. You know, you have a few details here and there. You know, little here, little there, but like generally, all the percussions are pretty forward, right? Like everything is like forward, and you want that in electronic music a lot. You want the dynamic range of the percussion to be a little bit constrained, so they're compressed, you know, and they're like strong. And so I check for that. I check that there is like good dynamics on the high frequency band, you know, that there is no resonance again, you know, that there is no peaks on the percussions. Um, you know, no peaks. I mean, like there will be peaks, but like, you know, you get them to sound more gelled by compression or whatever, you know. And basically that's it. As I go through the mix, obviously, if it's your own mix, well, I hope it's all in key and in scale. It's you know, it's all following the scale, you know, like most stuff is. But sometimes, you know, you get people that try to experiment maybe, or that it just sounds right in their environment because, you know, acoustics or whatever, you know, like artifacts that happens. And so I check for, but I don't really check it like I'm just listening and then it like they just pop out. Like I just listen through once in the track, and the things that are not really harmonic, working harmonically, like they just pop. Oh, what is this? I have one thing here and one thing there. What's going on? And there's one there, but this one is white. I like this blue one though. Well, that's a shame because I did explain what you asked. I hope you watch it later. Um, but yeah, I mean, for harmonic stuff and for melodic stuff, it's just for me. I guess it's natural just to hear it. Like, oh, that's wrong. You know, there's a wrong key here. Good sell trick. I know. But yeah, what to do? This is how I judge a mix. It's very like, I guess it's not so in depth. I do use some analyzers. I use some sometimes when I feel like the kick and bass are like don't have the right dynamic. You know, I'll check with the oscilloscope. You know, I'll check just the kick and bass with the oscilloscope, see if they're dynamic, like if the low end there is in phase. You know, if it's not in phase, then it's a mix problem for sure. You can't fix it on master. And also, that goes back for sure. Um, you know, if it's just a problem of equalization, then yeah, for sure it might be able to get sorted on master. There are things that you know, you have to judge as you go. There is like specific problems always. Like I try to solve specific problems in specific ways. So I advise. Well, this is what I advise everyone to do. You know, rather than just have like a method, because you know a method is okay, but also is common sense and having this you know, this kind of intuitive workflow, if I may call it like that. And yeah, whoa, my microphone is a little bit weird. So what's up? You guys have some tracks to show, or you just want me to bore you to death. Apply the method to the next track. Yeah, for sure. Native grower. Nice, dude. What are you growing natively, man? How are you doing? There is some method to the madness, but there should be some madness in the method as well. You know what I mean? Can't be too straight with creative work, unless you want to get like linear results always. Yeah. Doing fine. Growing. Oh yeah. Yeah, nice, man. Send us a track. Growing yourself. Okay, sideways or upwards? You know, like it's different. Uh, usually it has to do with age. I'm growing sideways now. It's you know, even the Greeks said that the most perfect the most perfect shape is the circle. So I'm trying to reach it. Yeah, trying to reach perfection from the physical point of view. Sounds geometric point of view, I guess. The physical, maybe not so much, huh? Wait, let's see. We got a track. Oh yeah, no guilt, man. Come on, just do your best, do your worst. You don't know if this one needs work. Okay, so it might not need work then. Okay. Okay, let's see. Cosmic Circus, almost final. Almost final is just one. Okay, download it. Oh, why you send me all these weird virus files, man? What's going on with you? It's like you're just what if imagine, you know, like if I was a coder, yeah, and I was sending a virus, I would just do that, you know? Like I was trying to like when this guy just press WAV here, it's gonna just like explode. That would be wait, open. Oh, no, I can't open it. Yeah, you're right. I have to install the virus here. Wait. Almost final .wav. Woo, and it works. Amazing. It's like magic. Transformation. Whoa. Okay.
When I first encountered DMT and...
Oh, wait. Snow Crash. Wait, let me just get this stuff. SoundCloud link. I just grab it now before it's too late. Oh, okay. Pangea. Cool, man. So you're next, but first Macaulay here, right? First, and you got it loaded. Okay, same. Last one last week, but changed some little things. Okay, cool. Okay, let's do this, man. Let's do this. What is this Snow Crash? It's a book. What is it, Natalia? Let me know. Tell me. I'm intrigued.
When I first encountered DMT in 1967, absolutely amazing. But for me, and to this moment, DMT is just the most amazing thing in the universe.
Cool. Yeah, nice track, dude. I like the end, and I like that part that I told you. They're very flowing. Still, I think those, yeah, like those percussions are a little bit loose. You know, you need to, well, you don't need to, but I would tighten them up a little bit. I you don't need to do anything, yeah. Like if you like it like that, it's fine. Yeah. Um, I would give the snare a little bit more low and like mid pressure rather than just high mids because it's like partially just hitting the high mids. You know, it feels like a and it should be like a like lower, a little bit lower, like a little bit more mid range, like 2K or you know even a little bit of 1K. But just a like, so it like pushes a little bit more, and you might be able to like make it a little bit softer, you know, like from that like high mid range that is like very harsh, you know, that's high mid range. I mean like 3 to 5K, 3 to 6K, you know, like this is the high mids that are like really harsh to your ears, that are really like always like like if one hi-hat feels too harsh or too loud, it's usually that range, you know, like all obviously if it's like that on the high ends, like obviously you don't want that either. But like as a general thing, like if you see here on the analyzer, I'll show you here. You see here on the analyzer, I have this 10K band. Oh, oh, why you can't see this now? This is strange. Because it used to be you could see my. Oh, maybe this. Oh, there you go. Yeah. So we have this 10K band here. So after the 10K band, this should be like the highest point where like after this it kind of should be rolling back down, you know, like all the high ends should be kind of rolling back down. You don't need after 10K more high end, you know. This is only uh, you know what I mean, no, like you want it to be rolling off here, and the same goes for here around 40K 40 hertz or 50 hertz depending on the key, you know, but you want it to be rolling off right here, you know, much more steeper than on the high end. Um, but yeah, also if you're mixing your kick and bass, don't use steep curves. Like what I mean by steeper is like it looks steeper because when you're cutting, it just like looks like blank, and here it's just like here I'd use only like maybe 18 dB per octave. Yeah, max 24 dB per octave. You know, I wouldn't use more on the bass. Yeah, yeah, everything just rolls off a little bit here, so you don't have that like like annoyingness in the. It's super bad. Like it's just, yeah, it doesn't really feel good, or like it feels like harsh, just not clean. Um, but yeah, that's how I would judge a mix. I'd say the beginning needs some work, man. Like I would say the beginning kind of like lost me and then it got me back. So and also like the percussions, kick and bass it feels fine. Balance feels fine. Also, you know, like as mix goes, it's pretty cool. Just that bit on the high end, on the percussions. I mean, the hi hats. And yeah, what's going on? Okay, so we got another track here, Pangea. Pangea. How do you pronounce that? Pangea? Pangea? Well, I guess it's the Pangea. La Pangea, we call it here in Spanish, you know, so I'm not sure. Gaia tree. Okay, so let's do this. Pangea. Okay, cool, man. Let's do this, man. One, two, and bam. Cool. Yeah, nice mixing of stuff. I really like the sitar stuff. How you used it. Very cool. Um, the sitar is right in front of the mix. Some of the mid range are hidden behind the kick drum. Basically, you see. Well, you could see maybe on the spectrum, but está buena la rola, ¿no, mi George? No era mía, era de este Native Grower. Nos vemos al ratón. A ver cuándo me lanzo ahora sí a tu casa en estos días. Te echo un fonazo al ratito. Yeah, George is saying he likes your track too. He really liked it. So yeah, basically what I was saying is some of the mid-range, some of your sounds, like Natalia said, there is a big separation. Some of it is very good. You have a lot of space between your sounds, which sounds very good on big rigs, you know. But also when the sounds are not reaching the top of the top of the mix, on some systems, it's just gonna sound like just kick and bass. Yeah. So in this particular case, there is a few leads that I would push 1 or 2 dB more up. Um, or maybe just push down all that like mid range of your kick drum a little bit, you know, like say down one band on like 500 or 400 or something like that, wherever you feel that is like that that is like annoying a little bit. And then maybe one more band but thinner, like maybe 1 or 1.5 Q on like over 2000 to 2500 hertz, like maybe 3000 hertz. Turn the kick and bass down. No, I think the bass is pretty cool. I think, well, you know, the kick, it just sounds a little bit woody, and I would just try to like push down that area or just maybe push up the low end. You know, the low end of the kick or the low mids of the kick, so it just has a little bit more of that like dum dum dum, like bit more energy there. But the thing is, like, your percussions are balanced with your kick, you know? So when you start moving the kick, the balance of the percussions kind of move a little bit as well, you know? And that's what you have to start looking for when you start balancing your kick and rebalancing your stuff. So yeah, just I would suggest that to get a little bit warmer mix. And I think with just taming down that part of the kick, most of the synths will feel like they are louder because you're just like pushing down that's the barrier basically. That's the threshold that all the synths have to cross to feel like they're in front, you know? Yeah, no, I think either, you know, like just try to remove the woody part of the kick first, you know? Like it's going to feel like turning down the level because that's the most apparent part. It's in front of you, like it's just here in your face. Um, so yeah, just try to do that, and then if you want, just see if you want to boost something there. But I would try to turn it down before turn it up. And yeah, no worries, man. My pleasure. Thanks for sending the track. Killer track. Everybody liked it. I liked it too. It's really cool. Cool mix. I keep doing it. Keep doing your stuff. This kind of mixtures are like what makes dance floors burst. You know, this kind of like stuff that you really didn't expect. You know, like after the sitar, you know, you expect something like some Tulum kind of like techno, you know. It's like, you know, it's like, and then it just comes like old schoolness, you know, with like FM stuff. It's cool. I like it. Very nice. Tuluminati. We call these guys Tuluminatis, you know, like these hippies that go to Tulum and just go there and start like doing crystal therapies and stuff, which I mean is fine. But it's a different kind of breed. They just come so spiritual and they just like go start doing like Mayan rituals and stuff like that. It's like whoa, dude, like this is I'm not sure. neither of us understand what you're doing right now. But cool people nonetheless. I know a few. Sure, man. You can send anything you want. We have still a bit of time. Like maybe half an hour. I came late today because no guests. And yesterday I had a gig. It was really cool here in Mexico, North Mexico City. It's a place called Cuautitlan Izcalli. I don't know if you guys can. Cuautitlan Izcalli. I'm not sure if you guys can pronounce that. Let's say. I'll write it down so you guys. This is it's cheating, okay? But wait, where is this? Okay, so yeah, that's it was a pretty cool party. 9 Cents was playing, Rugrats, what's his name, Jump Street, Groove Brothers, Qualtiplaniscali. Yeah, I think Russian and Spanish. I mean, like, I have Russian friends that really pronounce good Spanish because Russian has all the phonetics that you need for pronouncing right Spanish. I think maybe not double R. Like, do you do the rápido, rápido, amiga. Rápido ruedan los carros cargados de azúcar del ferrocarril. You do that. Some people can't roll the R. Futurist Frisbee. Okay, cool name. So that's like Tron Frisbee, yeah? I've had this idea to make frisbees with like the glow in the dark thing and just throw it at the crowd, but I'm guessing I'm gonna hit someone in the face, and it's not gonna be as cool as the cake from Steve Aoki. I'm gonna get in trouble, so I've never done it, but would be cool, I think. Uh, or cakes, cakes that look like the Tron frisbee, and then just throw at them. That'd be too bad. No, but I think the frisbees would be a good idea. But I mean, I know of people that throw CDs and they just like, oh my eye, it's like shit. I wouldn't like to impair it, like it wouldn't be good. Maybe USB sticks like Kim's. This is harmless USB stick. You just throw them like that. Just throw them open, like, and then someone just catches it like, wow, amazing, just woo. That'd be the best, I think. And it would be fun for everyone. That'd be cool. No, this is a cool USB. Oh shit, that's real. Yeah, like, oh, is that, yeah, you can read it. Yeah, the real Kim Shady, amazeballs. And then you just throw it to the dance floor, and someone just goes, wow, wow, we got the power. Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, I'm not sure if throwing like stuff like this to the dance floor. I'm guessing like some people would just be like, just like enjoying the music, and something hits them in the face. It wouldn't be nice, but if it's some cool music that you're listening to and like drooling over it, it's great. Okay, we got one more show and folder. Okay, open. This is one more track from Native Grower. It's called Futurist Frisbee. And yes, let's do this.
For some reason, change. My senses are 5.
Okay, that and yeah, the outro maybe needs some work. Near the end of the track, it's a little bit sudden, but everything good, man. Wait, that was nice. What I was saying is, yeah, the low end is a little bit lumpy. It's very clean, but it's a bit lumpy. You know, like so. I would say a little bit that bit of the kick. Yeah, the things that I told you about atmosphere and arrangement stuff. I mean, if you're still working on it, obviously, you're probably Ninja. What do you think? Do you hear my dog? She's like, dude, no more kick and bass. Like, Ninja. ¿Quieres salir? He wants to go out. Come on, ándale, Ninja. Ándale, ándale, ándale. Ándale, váyase. Ándale, váyase. Es el perro de verdad. Okay, so sorry, needed to open the door for the dog. Oh, you know who is the boss here? It's not me. And it's too sudden. Yeah, though it needs work. In the end, it's just chopped in it. So yeah. uh, you cut the you're breaking our trip, man. Come on, sort it out, dude. No, it's good. I think it's good track. It has some good elements. As I said, it's really cool growls and stuff. Some of it is leaking to the low ends. I would fix that, and I would start fixing a little bit that lump on the kick and the compression there. It's like really when the kick goes out and then comes back in, you really notice it. It's that like punk, and then the compressor starts. You know, and like what I do with kick and bass compression is first I compress the kick, yeah, and I compress it good. You know, I compress the kick. Sometimes, yeah, sometimes I don't. It depends if the kick needs compression. But then bass, if you're layering, you compress the bass together, right? And then that bass group goes to the kick and bass group, and that one you compress them both together, yeah. So I think there is the problem in the kick and bass group. You probably noticed it. I'm just explaining for the rest of the people. It's like when the kick hits, yeah, the compressor starts, you know, like it goes down, like, you know, it hits the threshold of the compressor, it starts hitting, yeah, and like if the thresholds, you know, if the, how do you say, if the gain reduction doesn't return to zero after every kick, then what you have is like one loud kick, and the rest of the kick's a little bit lower because the release of the compressor or the ratio or the threshold, whichever one of them is not letting the gain reduction go back to zero, you know? So you need it to always go back to zero every time, and then the kick is always going to be snappy, you know? That's a very important thing to do on your kick and bass group. You know, you don't want to mess that up. Uh, you know when you go to the you know when you go to a rig, you know, to a gig or whatever, and then like they have the compressors, so they want to save the speakers because the DJs are going to red, yeah, so they have the compressor set, and suddenly you're just like, the track is playing and it's full power, and then it's just like the kick and bass goes, and suddenly all the sounds just come out, like, you know, in your face, like, what the fuck. That's more or less what's happening with just your kick and bass, you know, like, because the compressor is released from all this, like, so everything comes back up, and then the kick and bass come back and it's like a smack, and then it's like one big smack, like, and then it's like comes back down to the level that it should be, you know. And yeah, so you want to avoid that with your bus processing. Yeah, yeah, like at least on kick and bass, you know, or kick or stuff that really always has to slap the same. You want it to go back to zero. Mm. Also, when you're mastering, if you guys are mastering your own stuff to play them or just to listen to them loud, um, yeah. Also, your compressors on your master should never be like, always compressing. Like they should always go down to 0. And I don't know if there's any more tracks to be heard today, Natalia. What's going on? Are you gonna? I'm looking for a word. Are you gonna send us a track? I didn't find the word, but that's what I wanted to say. Oh, chat paused due to scroll. The Redliners. Yeah, this is a good name for a band. The Redliners. You redline till you headline, and then you redline some more. Yeah, if you want, send whichever you want. Something that won't give me problems with Paul Van Dyke or anyone. That'd be great. Definitely send us anything you want, or whoever, like just bring it. It's the last track of the show, so we're going to Whoa. Today's been slow. I feel like I need coffee. I didn't drink coffee today. Bring it. I didn't drink coffee today. I feel like I'm a little bit addicted to it because now I'm like, it's just cool. 0 gravity. Bring it on. Okay, so we got this track. It's definitely, I don't think it's trance. It's cool. Let's do it.
is a strange equation. The parts are never ending up. And even if you're smart enough to find the formula of love, it doesn't work in every situation. Still, I would let you be in a timeless zone of zero gravity with me. I would let you be in a timeless zone of zero gravity with me. In a timeless zone of zero gravity with me. Zero gravity in the timeless zone. In a timeless zone of zero gravity.
Okay, well, yeah. I mean, I love the track. It's really cool. Um, Super relaxing. You know, I feel like I just went out of meditation or something, which is really cool. Some of the backing vocals. Why am I saying those VMB different? Those I would tune them. You know, like there's a couple that are like a little bit, oh, but you know, I know you like raw stuff and how it sounds in reality. So yeah, but I would suggest that. And also a couple of in the first how do you say, in the first part of this of the song before the first chorus, there is one bit in your voice that is a little bit off, in terms of timing, not in terms of tuning. Anyways, those are little details. You asked me about beats, and I'd suggest something abstract. Even the first track that I heard this track, even the first time that I heard this track, I suggested the same thing. I think it would be nice, just a little bit, not so like steady beats, but more like like clusters of beats rather than a beat itself. You know what I mean? But yeah, I really like it. It's really cool. The lyrics. It's the first time that I actually pay attention properly to them. I don't know why, but I have this thing. Like when I hear music, I don't hear the vocals. I hear them as another instrument. So it just like sometimes I just don't hear what they're saying. It's just like part of the music. I don't know why, but it happens to me. Um, does it happen to any of you? Uh, uh, maybe not. Yeah, when I just learned to listen to it like in a different way, I guess. Now I'm lost. Like I can't hear music the same way that I heard it before. In here? Oh. That's cool. Yeah, nice. Well, thank you very much for tuning in. This has been a very uneventful show in terms of guests for a couple of times, but I'm going to, how do you say, push the pedal to the metal and get my stuff together for the next one. It's been 2 weeks, 2 gigs. So and it's been 2 years without a gig. So you can imagine, like I was like going crazy. My brain. No, thank you guys. No, but yeah, my brain is just it was like in clusterfuck. Total stop. Like I could do what I was doing, and apart from that, I could do nothing. Just like nothing, nothing. But I got my converters. Woo! Yeah, so I got new converters now. Um, so if you guys want to check them out, I'll do a special price for masters the next month or maybe even 2 months. So I'll do like an introduction price for the new baby here. Um, the converter is top notch, really cool, nice clock. And actually, if anybody needs to buy a clock, I'm selling my old clock. And so yeah, it's Black Lion Audio MK2. Check it out. It's pretty cool. I think it's like less than 10 picoseconds clocking. So I mean, like it's pretty precise for the price. I think yeah, the one that I talked about last week. I'm not sure if I can show you because this camera is very flaky. Like it's going to, if I move it, it's going to like disconnect. But um, I can show you here. Maybe I can show you here on the screen. Well, anyways, just look it up. It's called HED. It's very nice. It has some tape saturation circuitry algorithm thingy there. That's amazing. It just sounds. It's like, and it has pentode and triode exciters, which is really really cool for giving that character that you want sometimes. Depends on the style. In very clean music, like I wouldn't really suggest it, but in rock or like when you need to get less less feeling of like high end without actually EQing it down, because you know just breaking it a little bit. You push a little bit the triode or the pentode. You know, with the rock it works. With stuff like, yeah, uh, yeah, with bad mixes, basically, it's a good tool. And yeah, it's expensive, but it's nice. I needed it anyways. I needed an update. I was using my RME as an AD as well. You know, like I was doing a DA with Dangerous, so that's pretty good. But then I was doing AD back into the RME, and that wasn't so good. You know, that was the weakest link on the chain, and so now I'm the weakest link on the chain. So I need to improve my shit. But yeah, that's hopefully always happening. But yeah, woo, new stuff. It's a pain in the ass to connect it. Like it took me 2 days to figure it out, but it's okay. Now it's done. And yeah, if you need some masters, just let me know. I'm always there for you. And yeah, thank you very much, and see you next week. Hasta luego, amigos. Bye, 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 bye. Bye, 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 bye.